Hey guys, welcome back. It is your favorite Gimp with a Lip, and I'm here with a video that I hate having to make, but I'm not surprised that I'm making it because Games Workshop just insists on being a huge bag of words that I can't use on YouTube anymore. Let's just say a bunch of not nice people that I don't agree with all their choices. We could cover so many things that Games Workshop does that just is stupid, bad ideas, bad business practices. They have nice products for the most part, but it's like they're hell bent on doing everything they can to piss off anyone that works with them, anyone that covers their products, anyone associated with them. It's like, how fast can we destroy our own company? So something they've done recently is they increase prices, but there's a caveat to this. There's a catch, okay? And that catch is the fact that they didn't increase the prices on us, right? It's not us that they're throwing this price increase on, but those we care about, our favorite local game stores, right? So they're talking about it here, and there's been some other people that have covered this BS. First thing they did was change the free shipping thing. Honestly, I'm not wholly concerned with that. A lot of people aren't offering as much shipping as they had before, and that's fine. Shipping costs have gone up. That's fine. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that. But this right here is the horse shit that makes you think Games Workshop. I mean, what are you doing? Do you have a retarded sea monkey making your business decisions now? Like, what are you doing? So they sent this out to all their central retailers, right? That we are writing to you in order to give notice of an approximate 5.8% increase. So roughly 6% increase in Games Workshop's trade prices on select products. So basically all their stuff, plastic boxes and paints. I mean, it's the majority of it. And this will take effect about a couple of weeks from now. Please note that this increase will not have any impact on the RRPs of our product, basically the retail price, right? So what that means is that you and me won't pay more, but the retailers, who the majority of Games Workshop products are not sold by Games Workshop, right? The majority of them, it's over half, are sold by local game stores, other retailers. Wherever Games Workshop products are sold, they are the ones who are selling the majority of it. So the most of their business, the most of their money comes from the people who they are now spiking with this cost increase. They effectively are cutting their margins, which are already razor slim. Okay? This is what they're doing to these people. They're basically saying, we're going to make money off of your backs. And one of the things that you notice, okay, so my favorite local game store, it's always at the beginning of every one of my videos. It's down in the description, Gamer's Armory. It's local to me. Love those people, and I always toss out good words for them because they're kind, they're caring, they help you out. They did everything they could to take care of their people. They didn't close down during COVID, right? The guy could have closed his store, but he kept it open. And in fact, worked 2 jobs. He was running his store and working another job just to keep his store open so his employees could get paid. That's the type of people that Games Workshop is screwing over when Games Workshop is already getting massive amounts of of profit. But they are screwing them over. They are taking away from them their profit margins because Games Workshop's not going to increase their prices. Now the retailers have a choice of either eating this cost or raising their own prices. Why are they doing this to these people? Not to mention, that's one of the few places left where we can try to get Games Workshop items that are new anyway, that don't cost us an arm and a leg, because I'm going to touch on something else that they do that is just mind-blowing. But Gamers Armory, for example, they give basically a flat 10% off of MSRP on damn near everything in their store. right? This guy could be selling everything at MSRP, but he doesn't. He cuts it down a little bit. That way, people aren't getting hit as hard. You know, you're going to get a little bit better of a deal if you go to his store. During COVID, I always tried to go to his store and get a little something each month, even if it was just some paints, a little box game, something, just to help support that store because I like the people and I like the guy that owns it, right? Good people. And now Games Workshop's decided they want to try to take as much money away from these people as possible. So what, you want them to sell your products at cost where they don't make any money on selling it? So now they're not going to sell it. They're going to lose some retailers over this. And they want more and more people to start switching over to buying directly from Games Workshop. There's plenty of people who are talking about this on Twitter. I don't talk about it on Twitter because I don't use Twitter. Twitter's crap. But you see, it's 19th of December. They're going to be doing this increase. And what gets me here is also it's approximately 5.8%. So I'm wondering, is that exactly what they're doing, or is it going to be a little higher than that? Like, what's the actual percentage? Is it going to vary depending on the item? Is 5.8 the lowest increase that they're doing, but other items might see 7, 8, 9, 10% increases? Again, only to the retailer, not to you and I. So we don't pay more unless the retailer raises their prices. But then if they raise their prices, we have no reason to shop with that retailer when we just could buy it from Games Workshop, which is what I think they want people to do. They want everyone to start just buying directly from them or one of their actual stores, which if you've ever been to one of their stores, you know, their stores used to be actually decent places. They had a few employees. The employees were passionate about the games, helped people out, helped them get in the hobby. Now those stores only have one employee, the manager, who has to close the store if they need to use the bathroom because there's no one else there to work. Never gets a day off. They work them into the ground until they finally quit, and then they just hire someone else to go through the same hellish work environment. And it's not about teaching people the game or having fun or building the hobby. It's about pushing product out the door as much as possible. But in the process of that, I started digging into some of these other articles. And this is something that I didn't realize Games Workshop did, but it makes sense. They actually have a thing they do where they raise the cost of something based on being able to purchase it in your local currency. Okay, so they are a British company. They're located in England. Now, if I want to pay in American currency, I'm going to pay a higher price. And we're not just talking about the conversion rates, because they actually show down here in the article some of the price differences. Now, of course, this is going to vary depending on where you get it. If you get it eBay or Amazon or a local retailer, wherever you're getting it, ordering it directly from Games Workshop. So don't take these prices as like flat out. This is what it is. It is going to vary. But they're talking about the most recent Army box here. In the US, it retailed for $200, which, yeah, I can easily see. A lot of these new Army boxes they're releasing, these things used to be like $100. Now they're $200 or more. What was not Kill Team, Necromunda, the newest Necromunda that they released, Ash Waste? It was $275 when it released. $275. Are you out of your mind? It just had 2 teams, a small amount of models and some terrain. $275. That's outrageous. That's price gouging. But shows here that it retailed in the USA $200 and in the UK for $120. Thing is, if you convert the pounds to dollars, that's $135. And they say this is called arbitrage. The profit is basically $64. They're charging roughly $65 to buy it in your own currency. And they go on to explain the 5-year average conversion rate and how all that works and how much profit they're making based off of just charging you for nothing. You're not paying for anything. It's not like they're paying bank fees or anything like that. And come on, in the day of PayPal, everything else that's out there now, we can easily transfer currencies and buy things in other currencies without huge fees tacked onto this stuff. But Games Workshop sees this is another avenue that they can raise prices and stick it to you. So they'll charge us, American people, 65, 50, 40, whatever, more than the conversion rate as a privilege of being able to use our own currency. If anything, they should be giving us a discount. So we use our own currency and we buy their products. I don't care about paying in conversion rate. That's fine. I understand dollars to donuts, whatever. We'll switch it out and we'll pay whatever the cost is. But you don't get to tack on 30% for the privilege. Who in the hell do they think they are? Now, again, like I said, this is going to vary depending on whether you buy it at Amazon or eBay or Miniature Market, War Games Delivered, wherever you buy it, right? It's going to vary on the prices. So don't take all this as like, absolute fact on what the prices are going to be. But just as more examples, the Demons Codex sells for $55 in the US and $32 in Europe. And the conversion rate would be 36A. It's roughly $37. So they're charging almost $20 difference. And again, 5-year average conversion rate is $43 or $43 difference. And then they're making $12 profit off of it just for the conversion. And they go down through the list here of other products that they're doing this with, whether it's these Demonites of Corn, which actually look pretty good. I always wanted a demon army. Space Marines, whatever it is that they're selling, and they're jacking up these prices based on just converting things over. And I wonder if they're going to keep doing this, because Games Workshop is almost extremely punctual with their price increases. It seems like every 6 months they jack their prices up. They are far ahead of inflation. And considering how bad inflation has been in the past couple of years, the fact that they're beating it by multiples, like 2-3 times whatever inflation is, shows how bad this is. And you combine this with everything else they're pulling, right? The Warhammer Plus, the attacking of content creators, YouTube creators who were making videos and content to promote their product. And they basically copyright these people and tell them, nope, you're not allowed to make fan-made art and artistic expression for our product anymore unless you come work for us and do what we tell you so we can make the money off of your stuff. But then the Warhammer Plus thing didn't deliver. All the stuff, all the videos and new content that they said they were going to deliver, they never delivered. So they weren't even giving out what they said they were going to give out for this stupid subscription. And then the free minis, I heard they were running out of those too. Because principle alone, I will never subscribe to Warhammer Plus. I absolutely recommend no one subscribe to Warhammer Plus because it's a ripoff and it's a joke. And considering a YouTuber like myself, I absolutely despise what they have done to these people. They deserve far better for being passionate about the hobby. If anything, Games Workshop should be cutting them a check saying, hey, we love your passion. We appreciate everything you've done to help grow our hobby. So, hey, here's some free shit. Here's some sponsorship money. Keep doing what you're doing. You need a new camera. We're going to send it to you. We're going to make sure you're taken care of so you can keep doing what you're doing instead of, threatening to shut down their channels if they didn't stop what they're doing and or come work for Warhammer Plus. But that's a different topic. Let's just say there are other companies that are out there worth supporting. You can have your war game experience. Go to Manic, right? Go to Warlord Games. There's so many other companies out there that you can get minis from, that you can have the tabletop experience you want with a company that's not looking at you as just a wallet that they can take as much as they possibly can, especially in the hard times that we're living in, when the cost of just a boxed game or a boxed army has doubled or tripled in just a few years. We're not talking 30, 40 years. We're talking a few years, and they've jacked the prices up so much. People can't keep up. What was already a luxury hobby has become a hobby only for the super rich. You know what a good company does? All right, I'll tell you what Manic did. I sent in some Manic points. I had made a couple of videos talking about the issues that I had with the Manic points. And it wasn't Manic's fault. It was a different related thing. But I, thanks to a viewer and subscriber, I was able to send in the points, and I asked them because one of the things that I wanted was supposedly sold out, one of the minis. And I wrote them a little note like, hey, if you guys can you switch out one of these? This is the one that I really want. If you have it, that would be great. I'd really appreciate it. They were supposed to send me 2 minis. One, I got the box back way quicker than I thought. I thought it would take months. I mailed out my letter with my points, and I think it was like 2 weeks, maybe even less. It really was not long considering the distance that it was traveling. It was back in my hand. I had a box, and it didn't have 1 mini in it. It didn't have 2 minis in it. They did switch out and get me the mini that was sold out. They had one lying around. They were able to put that in the box for me. I was so excited, and I would have been happy with that. But they didn't just do that. They had I can't even remember, 4 or 5 extra minis that they just randomly tossed in there as a thank you for being a customer. Because obviously I had points and been shopping with them. And they thanked me for that with, hey, here's a handful of extra minis we might think that you'll enjoy. And yes, I am. They're on my table. I'm going to paint them damn things up. So thrilled about it. And I, again, thank the subscriber that helped me out with a few extra points that I needed to get across to get those Manic points and the minis and all that other good stuff. That's what a good company does. Good company doesn't take and threaten your channel or constantly raise prices or try to put small businesses out of business by raising the price just on the retailer instead of just raising overall prices. They're simply taking the money out of the retailer's mouth, right? And like I said, these people have had a hard enough time as it is. A lot of these local game stores, our favorite local game stores, are small mom and pop businesses. They're owned by 1, 2 people who work long hours, sometimes multiple jobs, just to keep the store open. And a huge company like Games Workshop wants to take more from them, right? By pulling this shit. That's atrocious. That's horrible. They should be supporting them, not crushing them, especially considering most of their profits come from them. It's unconscionable. It's unconscionable. All right, I'm gonna get off down from my pedestal here. Like I said before, though, you guys stay tuned. I have some giveaways because I do appreciate my supporters and everyone. You guys stay tuned for the next Whiskey Charlie. When Mo and Kev and I put that show up, we will be doing live giveaways. So you will have to be on the show, like live viewing, to be able to win. So make sure you check that out. We will post it to Facebook when we are going to be going live with that. So if you're interested in winning a copy of a game or two, make sure you check it out. All right, you guys take care. I will catch you in the next one.